If you've been reloading or hand loading for a while, you know that at some point we need to trim our cases in the reloading process. What happens is when we run these cases through our full-length sizing die, they stretch, and you can get inconsistencies in the case length when those stretch, which leads into inconsistencies in your shot-to-shot performance. So we need to be able to trim, and we need to trim these to a very consistent length to get consistent performance. Reloading is all about eliminating variables, and the more variables that we eliminate, the better our performance of our ammunition is going to be. So, that being said, one of the easiest and most efficient ways that I have found to trim brass is with this Frankford Arsenal Case Prep Center. And I'm going to show it to you right now. So what's really cool with this guy is it comes with everything that you need to get going. And you have a little stowaway pocket for everything, all of the tools that work with this unit up in the top, but it comes with all of the shoulder bushings up here, and then you've got the different collet sizes for whatever brass that you're using. There is a primer pocket cleaner for both large and small rifle primers, so those you'll just screw into one of these three slots, and you can configure it however you want, but these are your deburring and chamfering tools here, so those just screw in. And likewise with the primer pocket cleaners. So what you do with this guy is, and I'll actually show you how to set it up in just a minute here, but you'll screw those into however you want to configure it. So the way I've got it set up right now, I'm set up to do some 6mm arc brass. I've got the appropriate collet. The shoulder bushing is up inside here. And we're going to trim some brass real quick, and then I will show you how to set this up. But I've got my chamfer and deburr tools here, primer pocket cleaner here, and then the actual trimmer here. So let's get into trimming some brass with this real quick. Okay, so I've got this guy set up, and we're doing some 6 arc brass today. So what I want to see is about a 1/475 on my trim length. The cutter should be just about there, but I might need to mess with this just a little bit. So we'll do the trimming portion, and then deburr and chamfer, and I'll clean up the primer pocket. But essentially what I'm looking for is I want these cases to be uniform from case to case. So we'll see where we're at, and if I need to make a minor adjustment, we'll do that in just a second here. I'll turn it on. Now when you stick this in, you're going to fill it bottom out. You'll fill it when the trimmer's no longer cutting. That'll let you know that you're done trimming to your desired length. I'll stick that in. I can fill it trim, and then I'm going to give it a deburr and chamfer, and then we'll clean up that primer pocket just like so. And again, what I'm looking for is about a 1/475. So I am at 1/4765. I need to go just a little bit more than that. Make sure that it's not cutting anymore. So I'm going to make a quick adjustment to this, and we'll come right back to it. All right, so we've made our adjustment. We'll see where that puts us now, and I may need to adjust it just a little bit more, but we should be pretty close. Fill that trimmer bottom out, so we're done cutting. Do our deburr and chamfer. Clean up the primer pocket. I'm going to take one more measurement. And we are at a 171 or a 14715. I will take that. Now we'll do a couple of them, and then we'll get some measurements in a minute and check that out. Do our deburr and chamfer. Clean up the primer pocket. Trim, deburr and chamfer, clean up the primer pocket, and again what we're looking for here, guys, is consistency. And fill that stop trimming, do our deburr and chamfer. Clean up the primer pocket. Alright, so we'll grab a couple of these guys and check them real quick. Got a 1470. One 4715. 14715. 14715. 14715. 14715. So this is pretty damn consistent, I would say. So real quick, we'll talk about the trimmer. I'm just going to take this guy apart real quick so I can show it to you. But this guy will unscrew, and you've got a little rubber O-ring up in here that's kind of can be kind of a pain to get on there, right? But when you put it together, you've also got this little shield, so when you assemble this, it keeps all of your brass debris from coming up, so it drops down onto your working surface. But the cullet, you're going to select something that your brass is going to fit in, like so. And then if you take this the rest of the way apart, there's a reverse thread on that one. You'll see, once I get this guy out of here, there's a shoulder bushing that we use up against the cutter. So when you put this together, this is your shoulder bushing. You want the flat side facing out. So when you put it together, it'll be flat side facing out, like, damn it, like so. And to select the appropriate shoulder bushing, you want it to fit just around the shoulder like that. You don't want it to go all the way to the bottom, but somewhere in the middle, just so it sits on your case about like so. So that guy will go in essentially like this. I need to clean this out, but it'll go in like that, so that that's sitting flat. And then this guy goes in like so. There's your trimmer right there. Well, I've already got this apart. I am going to clean that up just a little bit. And you can just do that with a brush. But to put it back together, essentially we're going to take, and remember this is a reverse thread. just told you it was a reverse thread, and I didn't put it on in reverse. Need to clean that up just a little bit as well. But there we go. So you'll screw that guy in like so. And then we can adjust the length, the trim length right here by moving that around and then locking it down wherever we need to be. So I'm going to finish threading that in. And then the O-ring you want just like so. And it's kind of a pain to get started with that O-ring. Just screw it on. And you do have to play with it a little bit to get it adjusted properly, but you want your case to be able to slide in there really with no issue. You don't want it too tight to where it will hang up, and you'll fill where it hits the cutter just fine and goes over that shoulder bushing. So I probably need to readjust this lengthwise before I get going again in the trimming. But you want it to just kind of fit nice and straight like that. You'll fill where it goes in and passes that shoulder bushing. And then the last step is going to be to put your little brass guard on there. But that's pretty much it for setup, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.